Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I just did a walk around the room to make sure I have all my cords and my cables and stuff. Welcome to Vlogtober Day 9. I can see my mustache from here, so I think it's time to trim. I see this happening right here. So it is 12:08 in the afternoon. I'm going to head downstairs a few minutes early, hopefully to find some coffee. I am not hungry this morning or right now, so I'm going to grab something when I get to the airport rather than eat what I have in my bag. I can eat what I have in my bag in Las Vegas during my sit. Why am I doing this behind my head? So I've got food in my bag. I'll eat that in Las Vegas, but I just don't want it. And I'm not really hungry right now. So I'm going to grab something at the airport. There's a McDonald's there that offers us a crew meal at a significant discount. So I'll grab that because it's small and it's cheap and it's filling. It'll get me to Las Vegas. And then we're going to do a penalty lap from to and from Orange County. Excuse me, my morning voice is still here. How indelicate. Let's see. A question that Leslie had asked me about 2 weeks ago. I've saved it in my comment section for a future video for Vlogtober, and ta-da, the day has come. So Leslie asked a two-part question. She asked, have I ever forgotten to bid? I can see one hair. It's doing this right here in my vision. She asked, have I ever forgotten to bid? And what happens if I forget to bid? So I have never forgotten to bid. I always try to put a bid or something of a bid on the first day that it opens, which is now with this contract on the 10th. So if I forget to bid, oh, man, it's the worst thing possible. When I first started here, it was probably 2 weeks into working here. It was when we had our crew room on 0 level at the airport. I walked into the crew room and there was this woman sobbing. She had been with our company for many, many years and had forgotten to bid. And she commuted from somewhere, and didn't have a crash pad. And honestly, if you haven't been on reserve for a really long time, reserve can be a bit of a jolt. So yeah, if I forget to bid, I am going to be on reserve. And I'm also going to get whatever the worst reserve notification period is. And that might be midnight to 10 a.m. You know, when crew scheduling can call me and say, hey, you have a trip at this hour. And if I don't bid, that means I didn't click additional options and then opt out of Ready Reserve. Ready Reserve is when you have, or it's called Airport Standby with some other companies, I think. So you have to be at the airport for 5 hours just in case they need you. Misery. So I never want to forget to bid. The second part to her question was, do I ever get tired of having to bid for my schedule for the next month, to always think about what my schedule should be or swapping in or out, and is it tedious? And I'd say no, it's a luxury. It's a luxury. Imagine going to work and being able to tell your boss when you want to be there, the days you want off, and then to potentially be able to swap those days off because, well, suddenly something came up. It really is a luxury. And it becomes second nature. The first, I don't know how long, maybe the first 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. It's a little bit awkward because you have to learn the language of bidding and try to be able to look at a page of multiple schedules and automatically know by looking which one suits your tastes more or less. And so it becomes really second nature to be able to look at schedules, say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, which makes me think of Madeline Kahn in History of the World Part 1. Anyone remember Madeline Kahn? Yes, no, 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 yes? Okay, well, I'm old. But bidding for schedules is never tedious. And I think with the things that are going on right now, it's going to be all the more the adventure because I have no idea what to expect. Tomorrow is when I'll be able to start bidding for next month's schedule, and I'll have a much more accurate idea of where I stand in seniority. And it looks like my seniority might be better than I thought it was. So I'm just going to cross my fingers. but I am also powerless over anything. I'm powerless over this, so I really can't stress too much. I am, but I'm trying not to. And if you remember, was it just yesterday? Was it yesterday that I read a poem to you, or was it the day before? I'm going to reread that poem. I have that book on order from eBay because I think it's going to be amazing. The Prophet. Blah, blah, blah. I need coffee, so I'm going to head downstairs. I'll see you at the airport. Did you ever walk out of your hotel room and think, which direction do I have to go? Both sides say exit. Well, I got lucky in Vegas, but I did not get lucky in Detroit, so I was randomed. And here, it's kind of a mess to get through TSA, but yeah, it's not that bad. Not that bad. And hello, guys. Hi, welcome to the crew room here in Las Vegas. There's only one other person. She's on the other side of the crew room, so I figured it's safe to say hello to you from here. We just flew in from Detroit. It was a lovely flight, very little turbulence. There were, I'd say 40% of our passengers were college students. Apparently there's 25 colleges, something like that, doing autumn break here in Las Vegas. So we were just completely stuffed. Our plane was so full, there were people practically sitting on the wings. But I'd say 40% of them at least were college students, and they were beautifully behaved. Sometimes I'm a little daunted by large groups of barely past pubescence passengers, but they were beautifully behaved. Really, really nice. A lot of pleases and thank yous and all that. Very nice. Great crew, as I mentioned earlier. We're here for 2.5 hours or so. I just had more of that Trader Joe's tikka vegetables, whatever it is, with some rice. That was the last one I had in my bag. I just ate that here in the crew room. Now I'm going to go get coffee. We're going to fly off to Orange County and then back. Yay, it's been a nice day. Nice way to start my time back to work. All right, I need some coffee. I think we have some of the prettiest livery in the industry, that bright yellow plane. There have been yellow planes in the past. I want to say Hughes Airlines was bright yellow as well, but I just love seeing a yellow plane, especially up in a blue sky. I'm passing by gate A7 here at the airport and just get a great little view of the strip from here. Of course, there's Spirit right there. There's the Luxor on the left. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's the Luxor. New York, Aria, Cosmopolitan. It's a great little view of the strip. You can just barely see the stratosphere over there. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. There's the stratosphere. Right, well that sucked. Oh, we're good, yeah. Oh, cheapers, creepers, guys. You know, they say you have to bend like a palm tree. Well, we have been bending and swaying. We're practically palm trees. Yeah, so that was crazy. There is a tremendous storm that was affecting anything going westbound. And yeah, so we were stuck on the tarmac. Other planes being moved around us. They were going east. So it looked like everyone else was leaving, but we were stuck on the tarmac. We were probably 8 or 9 minutes away from having to do a tarmac delay, which is where we have to serve a little cup of water and some Biscoff cookies. At an hour and a half, we have to start serving that. It's the law. And we were probably about 8 minutes away from having to do that. We were all set up and ready to do it, but thankfully we were able to leave. But we were on the tarmac for a long time. And before we got on the tarmac, before that even, we were sitting with the door open, attached to the jet bridge for a while. It was just, we could not get out of the airport. Air traffic control was holding everybody and spacing people, planes out completely for safety, 100% for safety. And it wasn't the airlines doing it, it was totally air traffic control. Again, for safety. I am at my best in these situations. It's a strange skill, but when things are stressful and people are getting aggravated, that's when my best skills come out here at work. So as frustrating as it was, I have hardly received more compliments during the whole process. But we're going to board in a moment. So I have to get off my phone. I will see you in Las Vegas. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. So there's the Strip again. We just saw it a few moments ago in your time. All lit up. It is full dark right now. I am dragging my ass. I will tell you. Holy crap. So, I'm not sure if I was able to even express what was going on earlier, but our flight to Orange County was delayed by, an hour and 20 minutes at least, if not longer, because of the weather that was swirling around. It's 73 degrees here in Las Vegas. It feels like 90 because the humidity is so thick from all the rain we got down here. I got a flood warning on my cell phone, so it was bad. But we got to Orange County. We had made up a fair amount of time in the air, which is great because we had some great pilots and a little bit of luck. And then our passengers in Orange County were great. They were wonderful. Really, really great. Not as great as the passengers from Vegas to Orange County were really remarkable, mostly because they all handled that situation with grace and patience, or they pretended to at least. So, and I had some really fun conversations with some of them. One of them gave me a phone charger, which is weird. Yeah, just holy crap, what a long day. Just getting to the car now, as you can see. I'm gonna head home. Apologize to Buddy for being so late because he expected to be home a few hours ago. And we're gonna have some treats, and then I'm going Betty bye. I had to just I got a message from sunny Las Vegas, who is a local thrifter and YouTuber personality. Also one of the best human beings I've ever known in my life. So good, such a good guy. He just sent me a text looking for a headshot for the podcast that I'm going to be on Tuesday night, the 14th. I'm sure I've mentioned it already, but I'm going to be on this live podcast Tuesday night, the 14th, 8 p.m. East Coast time, so 5 p.m. West Coast. It's my first time on a live podcast. I've never done anything live on YouTube, so I'm a little anxious about it, but it can't be that different than me talking to you on my own phone, right? So wish me luck there. But I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 10th. What else is going on? Oh, tomorrow is Pride here in Las Vegas, so I'll be going to the Las Vegas Pride Parade tomorrow. I'll be marching with Southwest. So if you see, because a friend of mine works for Southwest and she's invited me to march along with them because my own airline doesn't do anything here in Las Vegas. So I'll be marching with Southwest flight attendants. So if you see me down there, you're like, why is he marching with Southwest? I'm not going anywhere, staying right where I am. Also, tomorrow is when I find out what my situation is going to be like with my position in the company. Will I be on reserve? Will I be a line holder? What's happening? So I'll find that out tomorrow morning, bright and early. So I'll let you know about that. Ta-da! Thanks for being with me today, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, fly safe. Bye.